Bell rolls is the reporter thrown into the secretive world of the Forex Super Model, where nothing is as it seems. Beware the techno monk, and steer clear of Professor Code and his two assistants. Give the senior trader a wide berth, and don't expect any sense from the risk manager.
Good morning, I'm Professor Code and this is the Forex Super Model daily briefing for Friday the 18th of the 6th, 2021. Time is just coming up to 0455 GMT, Asian session coming to close, European session firing up, our lunchtime, North American session. Right, yesterday, Thursday the 17th then, quite lively. We had a positive opposed driver in the yen at plus 333. Front and back door flows mainly coming out of the euro at minus 271, out the pound at minus 162, and the dollar was the positive rock at plus 101, activity plus or minus 433. Intra-week then, this is the most relevant, it's from Monday the 14th of the 6th to about 15 minutes, the open. So we've got a positive opposed driver in the dollar at plus 418, front and back door flows mainly coming out of the euro at minus 377, out of the pound at minus 248, and the yen was the positive rock at plus 207, activity plus or minus 625. And intraday then, this is the Asian session to about 15 minutes ago. We've got a positive opposed driver in the euro at plus 23, front and back door flows mainly coming out the dollar at minus 21, out the yen at minus 15, and the pound is the positive rock at plus 13, activity plus or minus 36. So you've got a reversal in the Asian session. You've basically had a resurgent dollar, a pasting in the euro and the pound, and the yen has been perking up on the positive side. Right, so what's been knocking it about? Well, quite a lot of noise, noise-driven market. Today we've got Bank of Japan rates decision, which has just happened. It's pretty neutral. GBP retail sales, which is tier 2, and production price PMIs in Germany, which is also tier 2. So pretty light day to day. We've got quadruple witching day to day, which is a Friday, which is basically the rollover of the 90-day futures contracts. So there's going to be sort of this is part of the disruption we're seeing in the market at the moment. So that's what we've got. So let's see where we are in the flows and the asset classes. Our trades have actually stayed very stable. We're plus 4,100 points, and it's actually done us quite a favour actually, because we've been able to get fully scaled into the AUD NZD longs again. Right, so every cloud has a silver lining. Right, so euro, up across the board. The yen soft, except against the NZD, which is softer. The pound strong, except against the euro and the Swiss. The Swiss is strong, except against the euro, the CAD, and the AUD. The CAD is strong, except against the euro and the pound. The AUD is strong, except against the euro, the pound and the CAD. The NZD is weak, except against the yen, and the dollar is weak, except against the NZD. So right, what have we got? We've got euro strength basically coming into the Asian session, and a mixed outlook for the rest. So not really unsurprising given the pasting the euro complex has had. Right, let's have a look at the asset classes. Excuse me. So we'll start with the dollar index. Here we are, US dollar index. Right, US dollar index basically looks like this. It's 0.29 from the modelled high. It's 91.82 approx anyway. So the dollar's obviously clearly done a significant bounce, but it was pasted off prior running into the Fed anyway. So gold, as you would imagine, it won't like this resurgent dollar, and it doesn't. It's 0.43 from the floor. Oil's come off a little bit from the highs, but it's still doing very strongly. So that's where we are with oil. Wall Street basically didn't take out the top, and then it's dropped off. It's 0.43 from the high, so Wall Street's soft. The S&P had this break, and it's now at 0.19 from the modeled high, the new modeled high, and the tech actually is punching above the high. So mixed there. Tech and S&P above the recent highs. Wall Street struggling a bit. Right. So US 10-year. US 10-year. Basically, you had that whipsaw. Then the price charged up. Yields came off. Then they came right back down again. Yields came up, and now we're sort of around there. 0.30 from the floor. So price is coming up again, taking the steam out of the dollar. Alright, the bund is, if I can find it, here it is. Right, the bund's looking like that. It's 0.37 from the high. So the bund's price has bounced, come up. The US 10-year has bounced and come up off the floors, which means yields are coming off both the European end and the US end, and obviously the US yields are coming off at a faster rate because they went up higher. So that's where we are. Copper. Now, copper's an interesting one. Copper's pretty much at the lows, 0.19 from the floor. And China was bragging about how it was able to control commodity prices, so that's interesting, something to bear in mind. Good luck with that in the future, by the way, China, because you know what happens to people who try and corner markets. Anyway, there you go. US steel. Where are we on that? So US steel's around 0.43 from the floor. So US steel soft. Copper soft, maybe due to manipulation, but we'll have to see. And equities mixed. Oil up, gold pasted off with the stronger dollar, and bond yields starting to come off, particularly in the US. Right, so let's finish off with the analysis. Right, so just to recap, the only thing we've had to do is mess about with the AUD dollar trade. So anyway, so we're short USD dollar against the euro, the pound, and the AUD, and we're short the NZD against the euro, the pound, the CAD, and the AUD. Now, this end of it is big tick. This end of it is moody. We're shorting the dollar against, so we're long AUD against the dollar, and that's obviously been problematic. We're back to the minimums on this, but we're still in there. So we're looking to scale in like we did on the AUD NZD long. So that's where we are. We're about plus 4,100 points profit. Approximately from a peak of 6,500 points. Basically, this hasn't really changed. We've done a bit of jiggery pokery with the AUD, but we're fairly static. We've got a sort of a solid base, despite what's been going on in the market. The perceived volatility and chaos. Our positions have really maintained about 2/3 from the peak. recently. So anyway, that's where we are. Hope that was useful. See you tomorrow weekend for the weekend reviews, data and flow. If not, see you Monday. Thank you for watching.